Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, another Wednesday, and the time has arrived for us to really concentrate on Goddess, to really think about her, and to really concentrate on her. It's Vegan Thanksgiving, which is also Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving. So Vegan Thanksgiving, which is Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving, it's this Saturday. This coming Saturday, all right? Saturday the 21st will be Vegan Thanksgiving, which is also Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving. So vegans, even if you're not a goddess worshiper, feel free to celebrate your vegan Thanksgiving. And if you're a goddess worshiper, then really enjoy it. Now, Thanksgiving obviously brings us to the topic of being thankful. And obviously, we should be thankful every day. The American Indians eschew the traditional Christian Thanksgiving because they say that we are grateful every single day for that we're alive and for what we're given, especially with all of the trauma and the hardships and the cruelty and the genocide, basically, that the Indians faced because of all that they faced. The American Indians, they believe in being thankful every single day. Every single day they're thankful and grateful every day. So they don't need a Thanksgiving. But we're human. We're not perfect. We're not necessarily thankful every single day. So we need a day to remind us every year to be thankful every day. And that's the whole premise behind Vegan Thanksgiving or Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving, a reminder to us to be thankful or grateful every day. And you can have all sorts of things at your Vegan Thanksgiving. You can have vegan pumpkin pie that's made without eggs and dairy. You can have a loaf, like a vegan loaf. And I actually gave out a recipe for a vegan loaf another year, and for the vegan pumpkin pie. So all you have to do is look in my channel for Vegan Thanksgiving or Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving, and you should turn up some pretty good recipes for a vegan loaf or for vegan pumpkin pie. Last year, I think, was the best recipe that I had for it. I came up with the recipe. I adapted it from another website that was a vegan website, and I gave the name of the person that I adapted the recipe from so that people would have a good recipe for a vegan loaf and for vegan pumpkin pie. But this year I'm not giving out any recipes. I'm just going to concentrate on the subject of thankfulness. Now, for me personally, it's hard to be thankful. It's hard for me to be grateful. And the reason is not because I've been through so much hardship. That's not the reason. The reason I'm not able to be thankful or grateful is because I've taken these drugs. And I needed to take these drugs. They were prescription drugs. And I didn't abuse drugs. They were prescribed to me by my doctor. But what these drugs do, is they flatten your effect. Now all you have to do is Google flattened effect to find out what this means. It means that your emotions are very even Steven all the time. You don't go up, you don't go down, you don't feel grateful, you don't feel anything really. You just feel flat all the time, just sort of flat. And I used to be able to well up with feelings of gratitude. Now my feelings are pretty flat. That doesn't mean I can't still be grateful or indebted to someone or have emotions toward them. but I don't feel it. I don't feel it, okay? It's my brain is not wired to feel these emotions anymore. I have a flattened effect. So, because of the flattened effect, it's hard for me to feel grateful or feelings of gratitude, or to well up with feelings of gratitude, or just to be overflowing with thankfulness. It's very difficult for me because of the drugs I took, okay? But I had to take those drugs because first of all, I had major depression, okay? And that was what I've had first of all, was major depression. So I had to take antidepressants, and that did most of the flattening of my effect, because that's what antidepressants do. And then later on, I had to take antipsychotics. And because of the antipsychotics, of course, those also cause flattened effect. So I do have a problem welling up with emotion. I don't well up with emotion, really. And that's probably a good thing, because I used to be too emotional. I would cry easily. I would get all upset and all emotional, and I would get horribly depressed. Horrible depression, just terrible. And at first I didn't know what to call it, because most people with depression don't know what to call it at first. But when every day is a bad day, you know that you have depression. And so I finally figured out that I had depression, and but I didn't go in for treatment until later. And then when I did, the drugs caused me to become psychotic. And I believe that that's what the drugs did to me. I believe that they made me psychotic. And did some brain damage, you know. So some people claim that that's not what antidepressants do, that they just don't do that. But I'm here to tell you that I'm an exceptional individual, and they did do that to me. So I do have this flattened effect. And I have trouble welling up with emotion. I don't well up with emotion like I used to. I can still feel negative emotions, but the positive emotions are harder for me. I prefer positive people and positive places and positive situations, but I don't well up with emotion like I used to. So that's it, and I hope you can feel grateful. I hope you can well up with emotion on Vegan Thanksgiving, because we do honor Goddess, and I hope that you can feel grateful toward Goddess, and even if you can't feel emotion, even if you do have flattened effect and can't feel emotions, I hope that you can well up with gratefulness to Goddess on Vegan Thanksgiving, and even if you can't, that you still feel grateful toward her, because Goddess cares for us very much. It may not seem like it since she put us here on Earth, but considering the way we were before we came to Earth, it was pretty necessary to put us here. It was pretty necessary. So don't get down on Goddess for some of the bad things that have happened in your life and the fact that you're on Earth, because she had to put us here. We were out of control. Just like a kid that's out of control, or an adult that's out of control, somebody that's out of control. She had to do something. She had to do something because we were out of control. So she had to put us here. It was very necessary. And the people down here on Earth are still out of control, because their spirits are corrupted, and they're out of control, and they're all over the place doing all sorts of bad things all the time. But at least we're not corrupting the spirits in paradise. In paradise, there's spirits that haven't been corrupted, and they're not out of control. They're in total control. And she doesn't want them corrupted also. So we had to be separated. So don't get down on Goddess for the ill in your life. It was necessary. It was very necessary for her to separate us from the others. But we do have company. We're not alone. There's many souls here on earth. They may not be the best souls. They may be bad souls, but there's still some company there. There's still companionship to be had. And so on Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving, we are grateful for the good things in our lives. Not necessarily the bad things, although we can learn from it. Everything is a learning experience, but grateful for the good things in our lives mostly. Because she has been very good to us despite what we've done, and despite us having to come to earth, we get good things. We get good things from her every day. So earth is an exceptionally good place to be, and it's not as good as paradise, obviously. Paradise is better, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Earth is pretty good. It's not like hell. It's not like the way Christians imagine hell. It's much better. So for the good things in our life, we are grateful. That's the main takeaway. And think about all the things, a job, a house, kids, a dog, food, and even spiritual gifts like the opportunity to know Goddess. Not many people here on earth get the opportunity to know Goddess, okay? They've been totally separated from her, and they just don't know her. But if you can meditate on Goddess and find a connection with Goddess and hear about Goddess and know about Goddess, what a great gift that is. What a great gift. And what about all the spiritual blessings of like people like Gandhi or Abraham Lincoln that were our great leaders that gave us spiritual truths, gems to be grateful for, that they gave us spiritual gems to be grateful for. Like Gandhi said, there is enough the earth produces enough for every man's need, but not for every man's greed. I mean, what a gem that is. What a gem that is to have that man and to be grateful for his gems of wisdom. And vegan Thanksgiving, not only are we grateful, but we get to enjoy a feast. It's a feast day, so we get to enjoy all sorts of great food, and it's a great day. It's a great day, vegan Thanksgiving. So Saturday is the day, 21st. Mark it on your calendars. Maybe you like to quote some famous people on vegan Thanksgiving in front of your family, and on Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving, and celebrate these people that are meaningful to you. Celebrate Gandhi or Abraham Lincoln or any of the famous people that had great quotes and great teachings and great spiritual blessings to give. Celebrate them. So that's it. Goddess Worshippers Thanksgiving coming up. And it's a vegan Thanksgiving feast. We always eat vegan because we care about the animals. We don't celebrate. Goddess worshippers do not celebrate the Christian Thanksgiving because that's about eating turkeys and killing animals just to satisfy people's cravings, and then they're grateful for that. They're grateful that they've killed these animals. Well, I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in even celebrating on that day. That day, for me, the Christian Thanksgiving is Humane Day, which you vegans might also be interested in adopting as one of your holidays. Humane Day is where we celebrate the animals, and we honor the animals, and we try to be humane to the animals on Humane Day. So Humane Day is a day to protest the vegan Thanksgiving. I mean, not vegan Thanksgiving, the Christian Thanksgiving. The Christian Thanksgiving where they eat all sorts of turkeys and drink milk and eat eggs and kill the animals. That Humane Day is the time to protest that if you're a vegan and if you don't believe in harming animals. So that's Humane Day, is the Christian Thanksgiving, not vegan Thanksgiving. So we have our own Thanksgiving. We have our own Thanksgiving for vegans. And so if you don't believe in Thanksgiving, don't celebrate it, even a vegan Thanksgiving. If you don't believe in having a day for gratitude and you just believe that you're grateful every day and you don't need it, that's great. But if you have trouble with gratitude, or if you have flattened affect like me, you might need a day to remind you to be grateful and to honor gratitude to Goddess, because gratitude is one of the gems. It's one of the great qualities in a human that's greatly valued, highly valued. So that's it. Have a great holiday. Have a great vegan Thanksgiving. Eat all sorts of vegan foods. And remember, it's no animal products. So even honey is an animal product, so no honey either. And just enjoy your vegan Thanksgiving. I'm Sarah Jane Alphawolf signing off. Have a terrific holiday and enjoy with your family, and take care.